Are you ready? It's that show. It's that show you've heard about. It's that show you tell your friends about. It's that show you don't want to miss.
I have always wondered. Um, so there's this thing called the Bunny Ranch in Las Vegas, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why exactly is it illegal for us to charge them for sex? Why is that illegal?
Wait.
I don't know because it's the oldest profession in the world.
Like, why is it illegal? I don't know. Why is it illegal? What are your thoughts on why it's illegal?
It's because of the patriarchy. It's just the ways men to control.
Yeah. And I think it's kind of the same situation where alcohol used to be illegal, where weed used to be illegal. It's regulation. That once they
can't get no tax off.
Yes, I was saying it's regulation.
Yep.
Because alcohol used to be illegal.
That's like now weed. Like
So they gotta figure out
the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Weed was illegal, but
they gotta figure out how can they control it and get their money off of it.
So it's like, as long as the United States is not the pimp, then
I agree.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Or do you think it's meant, because you got all these, how to date. Well, you don't know how the dating scene is.
I've dated before. Oh, not right now. Yeah, it's been some years.
Right. So
hard out
dating
here
scene
for
now. they think that we should be happy because they look at us or something like that. Like, what you talking about? But anyway, so I don't understand why, if their primary focus is sex. So I have a friend, and she calls herself an adult companion, right? And she's been doing this for years. She said when she grew up, she watched her mom work every day, and struggle to take care of her and her brother, right? And then there was this lady that lived upstairs. And the lady that lived upstairs always got into nice cars and wore nice clothes and went on nice trips and stuff. And so as she grew, I guess they lived in the same place for a while, because you grew up somewhere. As she grew, she got a chance to talk to the lady. And, if I was her mama, I would have been mad at the lady. But the lady told her what was up, And so when she got older, she went to college, but she is an adult companion, and she go on trips. She be posting pictures. She out on the boat, and she's bisexual, so she out there with a couple. And she travel all the time. She be all over the place doing, and then she's so freaking transparent. I love her transparency, but then she be saying some stuff. I be like, because she is an adult companion, so some of the things that she winds up doing be a little bit beyond your comprehension or whatever. But I just don't understand, and I want to know what we can do to get it legalized so I can participate in this. No, because
the first thing I think about is, I'm gonna tell you, look, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there.
No, you don't want it legal because then it's gonna get taxed.
I was just about to say, because this is just the tax part of me, right?
I was gonna say.
So think about this. You entertain a man, right? And he pays you for this service, right? So now you collected some money. Now he paid you that service. It's like, okay, is he giving you a 1099?
Well, no.
No, I'm saying we're making it legal. So now,
So-
you see what I'm saying? We're making it legal.
Okay, so I don't know how that part would work, but I guess the monies that we make, the chamber does.
Because how do you track it? How do you
So
track
that
it?
is
And
what
then
it
they got,
is.
how do you track it? And then now, especially all them, most people do it, but I'm thinking high up corporate men. Now all these high up corporate men, they got all their names on this documentation and all that. So maybe if we figure out a way where can it be, incognito or anonymous or something, like that,
So
and they won't
when
have to
we
put their
pay,
business up there.
when I pay my masseuse, I don't give her a 1099. She doesn't give me a 1099, but she's performed a service. So how is she taxed?
Okay.
Oh, no, you go ahead.
No. You are.
But like, how are you paying her?
Depends on
Okay,
what's going on that day.
I'm asking asking you. I can't answer your question until you
Even
ask
if
me.
it be cash or credit card.
So if you pay her with a credit card, then that's your information. And then now, let's just say it's Visa that you're paying her with.
Mm-hmm.
So now Visa then sends her the 1099. So because you paid with that, so you wouldn't be sending her the 1099.
So I get mine.
Visa is sending her, or whoever the merchant
Yeah,
is.
the merchant.
If it's PayPal that's paying her, they're sending her. Now, if it's cash, and that's what the IRS already knows, that if it's cash, then she's supposed to be under integrity and just be reporting that you paid her with cash. But the IRS, of course, they don't really kind of like in the cash because they know you can't really track
You can
cash.
change the amount. You can do all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
So this really is a tax thing?
I think so.
And-
So you got, because what were
everything-
you really thinking it was, Xavier?
I feel like it's the oppressor.
Yeah,
Men.
it's men. That's what I said. It's the patriarchy. It's anything that they can't control. They can't control
I'm
it. They
kidding
can't
to
make
a
money
degree.
off
okay.
of it. Like,
Okay.
it's never gonna be.
So
It's
I
too much
feel like-
freedom for us because now we got our autonomy in our hands and the money
Right.
in our hand. It's there.
Right.
It's never gonna.
I feel like men put that in place, which they did.
So what's the difference between the OnlyFans type thing and, you know, I mean, they're performing different things on.
But
on-
they're
are
not
they doing
actually
They're
sex
not,
acts.
they're not doing actual. I mean, they're doing
They're-
sex acts on themselves.
That's just like pornography.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Okay.
Because you used to be able to go down on 42nd Street.
Right, and OnlyFans kind of like it's on the same type of like it's like it's like pornography.
But then when people make money off of that, they still gotta get the.
they do.
Mhm.
So you can make money.
So I feel like men
So just go
knew
on
that
and
they
make you-
wanted it.
Only
You know,
fans.
yeah,
it's
go
like-
get your
it's like-
OnlyFans, Xavier.
It's like if they said we now have to pay for air. Because you know, we not gonna live without air. And men not gonna live without some coochie. They want some coochie, but they don't wanna have to pay for it every time. So I felt like it was a way of they was looking out for themselves. Like, okay, we're gonna make this because men were in control.
But men,
They made it illegal.
But if you right now go up here, look, couple which way we going?
West.
I'm saying
West?
on Walnut, back on Walnut, going up, and you see them
North.
prostitutes
Oh, they
right
got
out
that out
there.
there?
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that stuff.
They out there as bold as I don't know what.
Really?
Yes, right. If you,
I didn't know nobody really still did that.
Yes, no, it ain't.
I mean, there's sex trafficking. I know about that stuff.
You between about
Like with pimps and
29.
stuff.
Well, I can't say who a pimp, but they out there and they're drug addicts.
Yeah.
Okay, but the point is, if the police come, the man and the woman is going to jail. Both of them are going to jail. So I think
Because
it's
they can't
bigger
let
than.
the men that do it get away with it, because then it might become
'Cause the-
like
I'm
the
thinking
bunny
that-
ranch.
yeah.
Even the bunny ranch, you know, that's monitored.
Oh, okay.
That-
So I don't even know how that works. How does the bunny ranch work? I don't even know how it
I
works.
don't know. I saw a documentary some years ago, but I don't remember
Because
exactly
what do they call those, like brothels? Is it
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah,
like what
like
yeah.
brothel.
So I'm not exactly sure how they allow it in Vegas.
Because it's not. I don't think prostitution.
It's not
is a-
regulated.
Yeah.
It's not.
Go ahead.
It's not illegal.
How
You got a
it
question?
work?
Come on.
Yeah, you can help us.
Yeah,
That's
very
good.
much
Cause we
It's not,
struggling.
prostitution is illegal in Vegas on the strip. On the outskirts, it's legal. They have to register with the sheriff department, get checked every 3 or 6 months, you know, but it is legal. Only there though.
Only off the
And
street
that's up
Vegas.
with the brothels, with the chicken ranch, the bunny ranch, and
All
all
that.
that. And they stay at basically a camp, and they bring the workers, if you will,
Yeah.
into the town, the strip, basically, to do their shopping and whatever, and take them back out to jump back on the clock. Get back
So
to
is
That's
that
to make sure that they don't start trying to do it on the strip
Exactly.
and taint what the tourism.
But is that like
Okay.
being trafficked? I mean, because this sounds like a cult over
No,
there.
I think it's. But I think but the girls, it's girls that be wanting to work there.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
they
you
are.
gotta, like,
They
apply
ain't
to work
being
there.
forced.
They be enforced. They want to
Yeah,
work there.
they have to apply to work there and get chosen.
I watched that documentary. I know
But the
documentary.
government
I
is
watched.
definitely behind receiving something.
Yeah, they-
Yeah.
Because it's a
house
quote unquote
club
a
and everything.
business.
Exactly.
It's a business.
It's a
So
house
if it
club.
can be a business, if they figured out how to make it a business there, why is it illegal than everywhere else?
Just like weed. What's the difference? Like I told you, alcohol used to be, it's just the process of you go be a legislator and get the law passed.
And eventually,
it's like where we can't get a lot of laws passed. This has to do, that's bigger, like you say, it's political. And it has to do with legislation and laws and getting the laws
and who
passed.
you put in,
And
who you vote in,
think,
and things like that.
what politician right now is gonna go and put a bill on the floor talking about passing prostitution? They won't be.
Well, they talking about paying for sex changes for people in jail.
They already been paying for them.
That is, okay, so you can pay for a sex change to somebody in jail, but I own my body and I can't go do. We can charge.
I
for
own my
any
body
other
and I
skill.
still have to pay. I own my body and I still have to wear a seatbelt. I still have. It's a law.
That's
It's
to
just
protect
law.
you, though.
Yeah.
But they thinking this is to protect.
But it
As
should be
protect-
your own.
That's not to
If you
protect.
want to wear your seatbelt, if you care about your. I might just want to die today. You get what I'm saying? But I'm just,
Well.
that's my decision. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So
I-
this is
it sounds like it's so.
I'm not saying it's right. It's just
I used
the
to think
laws.
that it was strictly about morality.
No, I don't
And
think
then
that.
Everything is always down.
I somewhat think that it's
it's
about
it's on
control.
everything is
Control.
about
It's,
money.
it's just like with
Yeah.
with this whole abortion thing
Mm-hmm.
that Trump is trying to pass. That to me
Trying.
that's about control.
Trying.
It already
passed
passed
that.
that the states are responsible.
Yeah, he
for
passed
the state.
that already.
That's already passed.
He passed that.
Can I comment to that?
Yes.
Because I feel like when it comes to them trying to have the abortion control, I feel like with that they just trying to. You gotta think they already been talking about depopulating. So you gotta think they don't want no more.
The-
You know what I mean? They feel like it's too many of us.
It is.
So why even let, you know what I mean, they keep continuing to go on, you know what I mean? Let alone let you bring in more of, you know, the problem that we feel like we already have with y'all in the first place. And the thing is, I feel like it's a certain crowd of people that's aimed towards.
It is.
Wanna
It
be honest.
definitely
It's
is.
not just anybody.
It
It's a
is.
certain selection of
There,
people
they-
that we're talking about.
so
I'm pretty
if
sure
you-
we
Because
know
they
who
think
they
they're gonna
is.
be
Yeah,
yeah.
right, exactly.
Well, they're
Yeah.
already outnumbered. They're
Yes.
they're
Right.
already outnumbered.
They are.
We have
And
been
so-
outnumbered, and that's the thing.
And,
That's
we,
the
and we don't
thing.
even have them outnumbered by the African Americans or blacks or whatever.
Hispanics.
It's the Hispanics.
No, it's us. Let me tell you why. Everywhere you go, you're gonna see us. You're not gonna see them everywhere. You're not gonna go everywhere and see a Hispanic. You're not gonna.
Not,
Their
but
population
their
is
population
growing
is growing.
faster
It's
than
past
ours.
ours. It's surpassed ours.
It has.
It's surpassed ours. So
From
no
their-
matter what,
from
no
their-
matter that you may
from
see us,
their view. I'm
No,
gonna say
from
their view.
statistics.
statistics, literally their
I just
population.
taught a class on this.
Yeah,
like this,
their,
like a
their
week ago.
population, they're changing schools. They're to teach bilingual, all kind of stuff. They are becoming and have become the fastest growing. They've
Let me ask you
surpassed.
something.
They've surpassed us.
Where does statistics come from? Their platforms. The
It's-
only
it-
reason you're knowing about statistics is from their information. How else do you know? How else do you know what's going on?
Well, how do you?
So how do you know?
No, because we've been here. We
But-
populate the whole. This is our land.
We
gotta remember that.
We've
This
been
is-
here. We've been here, but do you know how many people have come in? Do you know how many people that already were here? Do you know that they have let so many in there were so many that already were here, and now it's inundated
But
with
we're
them.
still even in those places that they are coming from, though. We there too. That's what I'm saying. We
So,
are everywhere.
so give you an example. There are all these small towns that have been populated. We weren't necessarily the majority, or even we were the real small minority in those towns. Yes, we were.
Speaking from their point of view, I'm telling you, it's deeper than we know. It's just a lot has been kept from us. This is why we really act off their information. We're not going off what we know. And we know that we were indigenous ones and we were here and we were surrounded over the whole planet. Now, ask yourself, how can all of us really just be taken away that easily?
We're not saying that. So you're saying we're here. So you're saying that from your standpoint, then we will always be the
We will always be the
And
dominant
no.
over everybody.
as far as number of people. And where do you get that information
We
from?
will outnumber them always, and we still do to this day. But the thing is that
Well, I know. I'm saying
Where do you get your number?
where do I get my numbers from?
Yeah.
You see it. You can see it.
No,
hear it.
numbers.
What you mean by numbers? I'm telling you the numbers.
What's
You are
the
everywhere
you
go,
don't
that's
see
the numbers.
you don't see everywhere. There are other countries.
you haven't been everywhere to see
exactly.
all
And there are
that.
other countries that are mostly predominantly white. European. So you don't see us. If you see us, we may be from the Caribbean, we may be from Africa, but you don't just see us where we're the dominant ones. I'm not saying that we're not everywhere. I'm saying that they're Budapest or Russia, and we
feel
are
like
I went
there.
to Puerto Rico. I saw very few black people. in
That's what
Puerto
I'm
You feel
saying.
like they outnumber us?
Not the whites, the Hispanics. Yeah, I do. In America, they outnumber us.
I know that it's the statistics.
Oh, in America? I mean, if we're speaking on America, then yeah. But I'm talking
that's
about
what
as-
you
I'm
speaking
talking
of.
about-
Oh no.
That's why I said everywhere.
But we're talking about the laws that are in America.
Okay,
Yeah,
so I didn't know. Well, I'm
oh.
coming from a different.
No, we were talking about
That's why I'm like, it's all.
No, we were talking about the abortion laws
okay,
in
I'll
America.
take that.
And why they want to, because of the growing
Right.
population, the
Okay.
abortion laws.
Okay, so it was just a miss.
Oh, okay.
But now that point.
Right, that's what I was
Yeah.
saying. I'm like we everywhere. Like, it's nowhere that we not.
Yeah,
Like,
so I just want to continue
We
my,
talk about the legal.
my
Yeah.
question because I'm just trying to get my understanding because this is the first time that taxes and things has become the topic when I ask this question because I ask it at least once a year, and so this is the last show of 2024. I haven't asked it this year, so I figured I'd go ahead and get it in. So with you don't think it's a moral thing?
I think initially we were taught or made to believe it was the moral thing, but as you get older, as you start learning politics, as you start following certain things, you realize it ain't got nothing to do with that.
Morality.
It ain't got nothing to do with that. It's all about money. It's
about money and
everything is
control.
about money.
And that's
just
in taxes,
just
though. And if you're talking about taxes, that's still controlling money.
And so prostitution is illegal because the government can't figure out how to tax it.
just like with weed. Weed was illegal.
You can, but they want to go through the process.
Yeah, weed was illegal. Now they have figured out how to tax
They
it,
tax the hell out of it.
and they have figured out how to.
And like
do
I
it.
say, alcohol used to be. I'm serious. That's
With
where the
prohibition.
bootleggers
Ex-
came in,
exactly.
and moonshine came in,
Yeah.
and all of that because back years ago, alcohol not too easy was illegal, and then
It
they
was
figured
illegal.
out
And they
how to
figured
tax
they-
it, how
Do
to do
y'all
all
think
that.
it should be legal?
Prostitution. I guess
I never thought about it either. I mean,
It's your body, and so if you like, I can plan events.
I guess regulated. It should be. I feel it should be regulated
My
because
thing
all
about
that stuff I see on lists
If they
that I don't wanna
legalize
see.
it, then it also reduces the workforce. Because if they legalize that, and now I can just be at home letting people come in and pull up and pay me. Now
It
we
has-
take it
yeah.
from the workforce.
I feel I don't have an issue with it being
So,
legal,
it's
but I
like,
do feel it needs
They're
to
not
be
gonna ever
regulated.
legalize it.
You don't feel it should be illegal, but you feel it should be regulated.
Yes, because like I say, that mess I see on Lisbon, I don't want to see that. When I'm driving down Lisbon, you know, and they literally
Like, if it's
and you know, it's funny you say that because
and I got my little kids in the car, you know, and it's you know, and when I drive home from work, cause I stay right, I stay in the area, so I'm driving. I told y'all I work in Waukesha, and then I'm coming from Waukesha, and I'm out there that, then I said, Lord, this is what I gotta come to see. I don't want to see that.
Yeah.
But that's what it is.
and in California, it's all over the place.
Oh,
like
wow.
it's gone crazy. It's in neighborhoods, like neighborhoods that were predominantly family oriented neighborhoods. Now when the kids are leaving out of school, that's what they're seeing.
And
So
that's
do
what
you-
they're trying to stop.
Do you
Now,
think it would contribute to the drug problem?
that's what it is. When you just drive up and down, it's like
I never go over there.
I think if it was a setup like, where is that, Amsterdam? Is that Amsterdam? Got the red
Amsterdam.
light. They got
Yeah,
the
red light district.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like where it's like a situated place to go. Like
Yeah.
y'all go do that over there.
Yes.
And like, and it's regulated and they can make some like, and it's safe.
Right.
I wouldn't necessarily mind it, like if it's like people are able to be safe
Yeah.
about it and like it's not just like
And they're not trafficking and
Trafficking.
What you
Yeah.
have? No, what's your opinion? What's
But
your
I don't
opinion?
think it's ever gonna happen just because, like I said, if you give women autonomy over their own bodies to make their own money, you taking them out of the workforce and they ain't getting taxed. That's never gonna
So what's the definition? What's the definition of prostitution? What's the real? Because are we saying that if I invite you over to my house, we have sex, you leave me a couple $100 on the nightstand. Is that legally prostitution? Like, what's the definition of prostitution?
That's not
Isn't it a
prostitution.
transaction? It's a
Because
transaction.
that's
It's a
happened
transaction.
before. No, he didn't come over and pay for that. But you can still, they
You
can still
still
leave you some
Like,
money.
I want to know
It's
what's
a-
the legal definition
I think
of
it's a
prostitution.
legal. I think it's a transaction, a monetary transaction that has been between two supposedly consenting adults.
It's an agreed upon monetary transaction for
Sex.
sexual interaction,
Oh,
right?
Oh, I thought you had looked up the
No,
I'm trying to look at how you say prostitution?
P-R-O-S-T-I-T-U-T-I-O-N.
This is AI now. Prostitution is the act of engaging in sexual activity with someone in exchange for payment, usually for money. So it have to be money. It can involve a variety of sexual acts, including intercourse, oral sex, and masturbation.
Yeah.
So what we just described,
Yeah.
I mean, that's
legal.
considered.
So it's okay for us to do it for free, though. It's okay to do it for free. But it's illegal to get paid for it. Yeah, that ain't never made sense to me. That just seems like control. I mean, not that, I'm older now, so it's not like I want to run out and do it, but it's like we can use any of our other skills.
Yeah.
Like I can use my hands to paint a picture. I can use my brain to plan an event. People use that you can do hair, makeup, whatever your thing is. But if you use your body to make money in a certain way, then that's illegal.
So listen at this.
because it's
Looking at this, which should go to some. So I just said, why is prostitution illegal?
Okay.
Prostitution is illegal in almost all 50 states. So not all, but almost all 50 states, because it's considered harmful to society and its individuals. Some reason why prostitution is illegal includes public health. Prostitution, I thought about that too. Prostitution can increase the spread of sexual transmitted diseases. Prostitution can lead to other crimes such as theft, assault, and murder. Human trafficking. Legalizing prostitution can increase human trafficking, pimping, and other related crimes. The physical effects, psychological exploitation. Prostitution can exploit people, especially those who are poor, homeless, or drug users.
and that's true.
Listen,
when
if
you-
I'm homeless though, and I can
But
take
if
my
it's
body and make
trafficking
money, I
and
can
it's
get
legal,
along.
but if you're trafficking and prostitution is legal, then they can possibly get off by, like how are you holding them accountable?
Yes.
How are
Go
you
ahead.
holding them accountable?
Go ahead.
If prostitution was legal, it would, this is just my opinion. If prostitution or like anything else was made legal, the value of it would go down. Cause then you can get it anywhere. And
You
it's
can get
not-
it anywhere now
No.
for free.
Listen,
Yeah.
okay, let's take.
It's already at the bottom.
No,
about
you
it.
can't. Yeah.
You forget it free.
You can't get it
Okay,
anywhere
if-
right
if
now.
you
People
took,
try to
like-
hide
like
it
drugs,
now.
right?
Yeah.
Illegal drugs, hard drugs. I ain't talking about no weed.
Pharmaceutical.
I'm talking about like cocaine stuff, right? Because you see crack fiends, dope fiends every day, heroin addicts, all of that, right? Now, if they legalize that you can go to CVS, Walgreens, and get the same thing, that'll kill a lot of stuff. Because you can go anywhere and get it. The value of it will go down.
No, because they did it with weed and then they put taxes on it. That shit is expensive as hell.
The
I used to
value-
get a dime bag. Now I
That's
can pay
not-
$60.
That's not what I'm saying. The value of it will go down. Anybody can get weed now. Anywhere.
Yes. And you pay a pretty penny for it.
The
'Cause
value
it's-
of the weed did go down there because
Well, it's-
what you used to get with
it's
3.5
common.
used to be way more.
I don't know what a 3.5 is.
And now it's it went from, just know it went from 50 to 25 now. People paying 25.
So that's so you talking about
So the value of
you
it
talking
did
about
go
drugs
down.
on the street
Okay.
though.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about when I go to Chicago because I'm in
I'm
Chicago
saying,
often and it's
period.
legal. I go to the dispensary, and the amount that I pay for, so now you got the little pen things, so you don't buy a dime or whatever. But when I was growing up, you buy a dime. Now you go and
But you didn't have all the
He's
paying $60.
referencing, which I agree. He's referencing supply and demand.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it did not go down.
Yeah,
The price didn't go down.
Everybody ain't going to the dispensary.
They not.
Everybody's not going to the dispensary.
And okay, let's do this. Okay, here, let's look at cars. We're gonna take cars, right? Cadillac here. It's expensive, right? And it's nothing because you can get a Cadillac anywhere. Now you take that same Cadillac to Germany. Now the value increases because you can't get this everywhere like that. You know what I mean?
So
Same
how does
thing.
that relate to prostitution? So if you legalize it, and so it's legal here, and now I can take my coochie to Germany.
No, here, right here.
He's talking about
I'm trying to figure out the
supply and
correlation.
demand has what you're saying is the supply and demand, the supply
It's
and
the
demand.
same amount of women.
He's saying if you go to Germany now, you saying you want the correlation because you can access it here more now. The value of it has decreased because and now you go to Germany because now in Germany it's still illegal, so it's gonna be more over there because you don't have the access to it. Anything that you have more access to is
Well, let
illegal.
me tell y'all something. If y'all have not been on Facebook lately, that men out here talking about coochie ain't worth nothing. And
That's
so
here, though.
prostitution
That don't
is
make it true.
illegal.
And
I mean,
there-
that don't make it
hold
true.
on.
But I'm just
That's
saying,
because
there's no
no,
value
no,
on
no,
it
no.
anyway.
And
So
that's- now
if
listen,
you want to put some
that's why
value
you
on
have
it,
human
then a
trafficking.
woman should say, listen,
Elsewhere.
you might not
Because it's
value
worth
it,
more.
but if you
Right,
want
right.
this one here, then you gonna have to come with
So you
this.
believe him on Facebook?
Huh?
You believe him? No, you don't.
It don't
And-
matter.
and-
It
and-
doesn't matter if I
and
believe
say-
them. I'm just saying what they say.
Because
Because what they say got nothing to do
No,
with it.
well,
But
you
this is
brought
what they
up
believe.
what they said is opposite of
What
what
about
we're
this then?
saying.
If like I said, if it was legal here, it wouldn't be the value would go
It
down.
is legal here. It's legal in Vegas.
That's just one place. That ain't got nothing
It
over
said
the whole
almost
country.
all,
So,
not all.
but what I'm saying is, if it wasn't worth more elsewhere, you wouldn't have human trafficking.
They be trafficking folks
But you
around
know,
in the
so
United
that
States,
list
though.
that she
it's
just
not like
read
they
off-
take you all the way out of the state. out of
I'm
the
just sitting here
United
thinking
States.
about what you just said. They said if we make it legal, it's a public health. But then I'm like, well, if you make it legal and put laws and regulations around testing, and I'm like, would it really do those things if you?
But they don't want to. They don't want to invest
They don't want to
resources.
Okay,
that
let me
it
ask
will
y'all
take
this.
to
Let me
it.
ask y'all this. Let's take this other turn. So, I have a guy friend. Well, I got a few guy friends. And so, and I'm just talking about friends. I'm talking about friends that I would not have sex with.
Oh,
Okay.
But clarify, honey.
That I just talked to, they my friends.
Okay.
They,
It's the difference. You know how
we
to
friends. They straight friends.
Okay.
So one of my guy friends, he was talking to this chick online, right? And so then he asked her on a date. And so he and I were talking, we were talking about dating, because I do a lot of shows. People who watch the shows, right? And some of those people become my friend, whatever. Anyway. So we were talking about dating. He was talking to this chick. He asked her on a date. So all this is going on kind of simultaneously. She sends him a text when he asked her on a date, and she said that she needs her hair and nails done, and he can cash app her.
Dang.
So now, is that prostitution? Cause he got to put up some money. He got to put some money before he even go on a damn date.
No, because it's not.
It's not a-
It's not a sexual
exchange.
exchange.
Sexual, yeah.
Okay, so it's okay to charge the dude to go on the date, but then
Depending on
you
who
charge.
you're talking to.
But then they go on the date. I mean, men pay for the date anyway, right? So
So that's more like, to me, with dating is like an exchange of time. Like you're exchanging
Right.
time
Mhm.
versus
Yeah.
like a sex act
you said it's an exchange of time.
of time
Yes.
Yeah.
versus exchange of sex.
So, okay.
And if that's the definition of prostitution, shit, we all prostitute every day because all we do is exchange our time for money.
This is what I'm saying. So I don't understand why me using my body, and I'm not talking about me in particular, I'm talking about just me as a woman in general. A woman using her body and charging or expecting some type of compensation for that when, men are out here
in a way as if like men prostitute.
They can.
So they
I mean, I don't
they
know
don't have. I'm saying. So they have the same option to do it with everybody
I do an escort
as well.
I knew
Now,
it
if
was
now, I would be more if we were saying, like, I know it's control, but if it was more, if we were saying, hey, like, men, you know, if it was a difference where it was legal for men to prostitute and then illegal for women, you know what I'm saying? Then now it's like, oh, you know, okay. But I truly do think it's.
But then,
more
so you know, under the guise of relationships, sometimes you know, men get with women when they down, you know, and then the woman go and take care of him and build him up and stuff, you know, and he ain't got nothing, so all she getting is some, you know.
But that's her fault.
Yeah. Her fault.
Or is that prostitution? Or is that prostitution?
No, that's a different.
No, that's
a
just
difference.
bad decisions.
I think it's just prostitution. I think it's very like cut and dry. I think it's when you go in with we're gonna do these things, this intention. I'm gonna give you this, and you pay me for this. That's it. I don't think of any of that other like the dating.
It's a business transaction.
Y'all aware of what's
Yeah,
gonna happen.
it's actually
Yeah.
a business transaction.
It ain't no kissing, it ain't no love,
None of
it
that.
ain't no. It's
Straight
pure
to the action.
sorry.
Transaction.
And when I contact you,
Get up out of there.
it ain't no good morning, how you doing?
None of that.
It's
It ain't do you want to go out?
Cut to the
It's
chase.
literally
Yeah.
hey, meet me at the hotel. We doing XYZ or in the car. Yeah.
All right, well, I guess this year I learned something different about why prostitution is illegal. Because the government can't tax that stuff, so we just, I don't know, until we figure that out, I guess, you know.
Tax control.
And
help.
And it's gonna take all the women out of the workforce because we're gonna be at home chilling like, come on, bring me that $350. Come on.
That's part of it. If you get women,
That's some real stuff though.
That's a job. I don't know.
This is the best answer I've had.
I do not want that job.
I'll stay in the workforce.
That's hard work.
It's different
I'll
than
stay in
that
the
price over there, dog. We'll say that. This is why you get guys that be like, all they got is 40. Because on the street, it's just like I said, it went from that $50 value to that $25.
But you know what? So okay. In my mind, the way as a Leo, the way that my mind works, you have to think big. So I'm not going to the street, dude.
Yeah.
I ain't going to the street, dude. It's about $40.
So you don't get the government involved then.
But this the other thing too.
I'm like, I don't know who I'm gonna get involved, but I ain't going for $40. That's not gonna ever happen. $40.
But I think a lot of, but then too, I just think too, if we're, and I know we're over, but if you think about, like, I understand what you're saying, Xavier, but if you think about true prostitution, and you're saying this is a woman body, a lot of times I don't think she going in there like enjoying it. You know what I'm saying?
It's a job.
It's a job.
Well, that's what my friend says.
Yeah.
Because I asked her, so I have this whole thing, I need to be attracted to you to have sex with you.
Yes.
Like, you know, some women will get with men because they got a lot of money and they can do that. I can't do that either. It's just really messed up. I wish I could.
Yeah.
But anyway.
That's a whole nother topic.
And so I asked her one day, I'm like, how do you do that? She said, what? I said, so how do you, if you are, because I interviewed her on my show one day. It's a really interesting show.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
I should share it with you. I'll share it with you.
Yeah.
Anyway, I said, how do you do that? You know, if you got to get with a dude and you're not attracted to him. You know what she told me? She said, everybody got parts of their job they don't like. I was like, well,